Hey Sarah, thank you. And hello everyone, and thank you for joining this webinar. Welcome you all. And in this webinar, we will see how we can use the SqueezeCom forms to design various forms. You can make your existing list forms to very attractive and rich enhanced forms by using QuizCom. And most importantly, you do not need any technical knowledge for that. You do not need to be a developer. You do not need to be a power user. You can, as a normal user, you will see how we can develop these forms by using QuizCom, how we can make your existing list forms a beautiful enhanced form by using this tool. So hopefully in this webinar, you will get some of the very cool stuff that we are going to do without any developer knowledge. And most importantly, this you can do through a browser, no developer knowledge required, and also it looks like it is using the same theme as your SharePoint forms. So you do not feel that it's a different theme. You will feel like this is a normal out-of-box form. So you can see, just to give an overview, this is how the forms you can create this kind of forms. We are going to see a couple of examples on this demo. We'll see how we can show hide or disable columns in the quick edit view, how we can show hide columns in list forms, maybe it is in edit form, new form. Also how we can upload some of the related documents to a list item. I'll show you all these examples. We'll then see how we can create multi-row forms, and you can make the printing very beautiful by adding some header and footer into the list form. So I'll show you that. It's pretty cool. And then we'll see how we can convert that item to a PDF. So you do not just to use that and then print, and you can print as a PDF form. And finally, we'll see how we can create various tabs and groups, or you can also, we'll see how we can do a cascading lookup example. So the first example, if you'll see here, this is a list where we'll see how we can disable this column. There is a ticket status column, this list, and we'll see how we can disable this. So I'll open my SharePoint site. This is my SharePoint site. There is a IT help desk list is there. So this is my IT help desk list. So in this IT help desk list, there are a couple of items are there. And if I'll go and edit this list on the quick edit, you'll be able to see here, I can edit this column. We'll see now how we can use it, how we can disable it, as well as we'll see one more column. You can see here why high priority is there, why priority is high. We'll see how we can hide it from this quick view from for particular users. You can see, we'll see that. So I have installed this add-on. So you can take there is various licensing options are there, and each option has different features. You are going to get it. So based on your licensing, you will get those options, but you will get this QuizCom forms icon in the list tab for any particular list or library. You can click on that, and then we are going to hide the ticket status column. So if we'll see, there is a, you can see there is dynamic column permission is there for this particular form. There are, you can see, just to give an overview, these are all available on professional. This one is on enterprise edition. Based on your licensing, you will, those things will be available. So click on that dynamic permission, and then what we'll do here is we will choose the ticket status column. I'll show you how it is easy to choose this thing, how we can add these things. So let's say here it is clearly saying just choose the column. So the column is our ticket status. You can see here I choose this ticket status, and then you can add a rule if you want to, or you don't need to. You can just click on add the rule, and then you can see here where you want to hide it. So you can see here, I'll choose this list views. This is for quick edit, and I'll say hide it. So, or if you don't want to hide it, let's say we'll disable it, just click on disable. Now apply this, you can save the form. Let me open it in let this list open. Let me go back to, let me open it another tab. So if I'll go to this IT help desk now, I'll try to edit this list. You can see here I cannot edit it. So pretty cool, just one line. If I'll show you, this is if I'll again go to this, so you can see this is pretty understandable for an end user also. You can see it is disable and the column name in list views. So you as a end user, you'll be able to understand what exactly we are trying to do it. So this rule, what exactly it is saying. So next, I'll show you how we can hide a particular column. Okay. So again, you can go from I'll do this stop editing. You can go to the list tab the same way. You can go to the quiz come forms and again the same dynamic column permissions. And in that dynamic column permission, now we'll choose the column. So this time I'll choose, let's say why priority is high, and I'll add a rule over there. So what we want to do here is I want to hide the column if the logged in user is not a specific user. So let's say I'll say there's a new rule and I will choose the option. So I will say list views and then I'll hide this from that list view and I'll put a condition over here. What will be the condition is I'll click on this condition. So what we are going to do here is I will say current user, and if it is not equal to, I'll take the username. So if it is not equal to that user, then it will hide it. So just click on apply and save the rule. So if you read this, you can see hide column name in list views when current user is not equal to this user. So pretty cool. And now what we'll do is I will open the same SharePoint list with my user, which is I am the logged in user, and I'll open the same list in another user also. So if you'll see here, I'll open the list in the quick edit. You can see here, this is a quick edit. I can see this column because I have logged in with my username. So let me open this. I have another user logged in with another credential, Vamna credential. So what we are going to do is I'll open the same list. So I'll go here and this time I'll go and do the quick edit. So if I'll edit this, you can see here that column is not available. Okay, so this is pretty cool. Now we saw here how we can edit it or how we can hide it, disable it in the quick edit. Now we'll show you how we can hide those things in the new form or in the edit form. How we can, based on condition, how we can do that. So suppose this is a new item, and in this new item, if you'll see there is a column as resolution details. So this is the resolution details. You can see here I want to make it, if the status is resolved, then I want to make this resolution details as visible. Else for other conditions, it should not be visible. So let's do that. And same way also we can add rules like if it is high, this priority is high, then only it should open this high, why high priority, why the priority is high column. So now go back to the same, you can go to the list form, which conforms, and you can see here dynamic column permission. And in that, if you'll see here, I'll choose the column here. This time, let's say the column name is resolution details, and I'll add a rule over here. And what we'll put this rule here is if the status is not resolved, then it should not show. And from where you want to do this, let's say we want to do this thing in new form and edit form. I will make it to hide, and what is the when, and the condition will put it here The condition is if the ticket status, the column name is ticket status, is not equal to result. So if it is result, then only it should appear. So you can see here, if you just click on apply, and this is how it is for this one. We can go back and check this once again. So if I'll go to the list again, and I will say new item. So what I'll do here is I'll check this status. So if the ticket status is new, you can see here the resolution status is not coming. If I'll put result, then only you can see here the column is appearing, the value is appearing, so that user can enter over here. So this is how we can work with these things. You can easily show height, and you will be able to columns based on condition also. You will be able to do that. Next example, what I'm going to show you is there is a list where we want to upload some of the supported documents. You might got a requirement. Let's say there is a IT support list where you want to upload some of the error screenshots, something like that. We'll see that thing. So what I'll do here is I have a IT support ticket list. You can see here in this list, what we want to do is whenever user will submit this, user will add one item over there. We will ask them, do you have a screenshot for the particular error or particular issue? Then user might have some screenshots. So we will see how we can add those things in this by using the QuickCom repeating rows. So go to the list and then QuickCom forms. And this time there is an app available which is known as repeating rows. So if you'll see here, there is a repeating rows. And in this repeating rows, what we are going to do is I will add one more additional column, which will be, let's say, additional documents or something like that. So we'll create a new column here, and I will give the name as, I'll create a column. I'll put the name as, let's say, add shop or additional supporting documents. So now there will be 3 rows it will come, and here you can change this. By default it will be add row. You can say add supported documents, and there is a target list where you want to store it, so we have to choose that thing. So the list is, there is a list available which is known as IT issue support ticket document list. And by default, if you'll see here, we are we want to show the name column, so you can add this name over here. Okay, so now let's say by default you can see here 3 supported documents. It will have the preview is coming, so it will come like this. So yeah, so you can see here, so we have applied it. Now let's go back to the list, and this is my IT support ticket list. So if we'll see this one, you can see here by default it is coming. So we can now, if you'll see, everything is coming by default, right? I didn't choose even do you have a screenshot for this. So what we can do is we can have a we can add this. We can, based on the rule, we can enable or disable this, and we can also make this a tab format where user can have the tab thing, it will come. Okay, so now let's go back to the list again. So I will go to the list tab, then QuickCom forms. So then go to field and groups. So this is the app which will allow you to do a group or a tab functionality. So click on that. Now here we can use this option to create a group or tab format. So if you'll see here, I will we can add this near the field, and so it will come near to that field. So what I'll do is I'll create a new group, and in this group, basically what we want to give a name for this. So what will be the group name? Now let us say in the group name I'll say issue details, and in the issue details I will choose the uh, title of the issue, and also I will I'll add one more column here. You can click on the plus icon and it will add one more column. So I'll say issue report or date. So this will appear in one column, and we'll put one more group. So we'll click on this, and you can see here it is how easily you can create another group. So you can choose, let's say I'll say additional documents, and in the additional documents you can see here I'll put this time here I wanted to put the two columns. That first one is, do you have a supported documents, and one more column I'll add is the additional supported documents. Okay, and if you want to have tab view, it is fine. If you want to accordion view, you can also give accordion view. So now click on apply, and then click on save. Now if I'll show you, our form will become like a different form where we it will show in a tab, in accordion format. Sorry, we choose the accordion value. Now if we'll go to this, if we'll click on new item, you can see here how it is appearing. So first two is coming over here, and in the second tab you can see here our two columns are appearing, but still we need to have this thing. Do we have a screenshot things? We have to based on that we have to disable it. Now what we'll do is we'll again go to that quiz forms. So go to the list, then quiz forms, then there is dynamic column permission will go, and in this if you'll see we will write a rule which will hide or which will based on the checkbox selection. So if you'll see here, now we'll choose a column. So we will choose additional supported documents, and what will be the rule? The rule will be, it will be, let's say we are hiding from new and uh, edit form. So what is the, we will say it will, we want to hide it, and what will be the condition? So in the condition we will say do we have a screenshot? If the current value is equal to no, we can hide it. So if it is yes, then only we will show this. So now it's pretty cool. Let's save it. So click on save. Now we'll go back to our list. So if we'll open the list, you can see here now the, let me go back to the list. So if we'll now click on new item, we'll be having the form perfectly. So we'll have this in accordion. You can see here the first tab has title and this one, and then only do you have a screenshot error is coming that is already hidden. So if you'll say yes, I need that, then only you will be able to add it. You can add more supported documents. If you have more, you can add it. So this way you will be able to attach multiple things over there. So this is how pretty cool you can do that without any developer knowledge, and very less effort you can do this. Next, what we are going to see is I will show you how we can use how we can use a multi-row form, how we can create a multi-row form. Let's say this is a list that I have a sales order list. I have a sales number, billing address, and is assigned to, and there is a sales order details is there, which I don't know how many items I am going to add. So it should be like I should be able to dynamically populate these things. So it should show me number of rows as my sales order things are going on. So if I'll go to my SharePoint site, so there is a sales order list. You can see here this is a sales order list, and you can see only a few columns are there. You can see this many columns are available, and there is a order details list also available, which will having that my sales order details where it is product, quantity, price, like this. Okay, so now what we'll do is we will go there and we'll add a repeating rows. So we'll go to the sales order list, which is our parent list. So go to the sales order list, same, go to the quiz come forms, and we will choose this time repeating rows. There is a add-on is available which is known as repeating rows. So it will be adding. You can see here it is available on the professional edition. Click on repeating rows, and now what we'll do is we'll add a column. So let's say I will create a new column. So I will choose that column as sales order details, and what I'll do is how many rows. Okay, 3 rows we can add it, and then if we'll see, I will choose the targeted list. So the targeted list is sales order details. So this is the list, sales order details list, and now we'll choose the column. So what are the columns? Basically you want the column to be available. Let's say we want the product name, then the quantity, then we will add the uh, unit price, and then total. Okay, this four, let's say. And also there is approved column. I'll show you the functionality. Let's choose that approved column also. Now what I will do is, so this is how it will come. Okay, so now what we can do is we can in the quantity also we will be able to show the sum. So if we'll click on this icon, you will be able to see here. You can take the sum, and you will be able to say total quantity. Okay, and similarly we can have this you can make this total also. So if you'll see here, you can choose sum and you can make it to total. Okay, and this is how our thing will come. So you can see here, and what now we will do is click on this apply, and we'll save it. So let's go back. I'll just save it again. And what we'll do is we'll go to our list now, and our list should now show us a different thing. Let me open in a different tab. So in the sales order now, if you'll see, if I'll click on this new item, you can see here how it is appearing. You will be able to add the quantity. Can you see here? So you can add something over there. So 001, you can put a billing address, you can assign it to some user, and you can make the status whatever it is, and the order date. So you can choose a column over there, and this is the sales the product thing. So anything you can add it here. So you'll be able to add, and then the quantity. So if let's say I'll put 2, and then you can see here how it is appearing. So that thing it will come over there, you can see here, and the total also, the price, let's say I'll put 300. So it should, the total price also, based on that it will come. Okay, now let me show you a couple of more things on this, how we can disable this approve column. I don't want this approve column to appear everyone. Now let us say it should only come to a particular user. So for this what I have to do is let me go to the sales order list. So in that list we have to add the rule. So if we'll go to the list and then quiz forms, and then we'll use the dynamic column permission things. So if you'll see here dynamic column permission, click on that. So we will see what I want to do here is I want to disable this approved column basically. So I'll add a rule over there what we want to do and where. So we want to hide it in the new form and in the edit form, and we want to hide it. So on what condition we want to hide it is if the current user is not equal to, let's say I'll put my username, let's say this one. So now if I'll apply it, I'll save this. Now let's go to the sales order list. Once again, we will add an item over there. So if I'll click on this add new item, you can see here now, since I've logged in with my user, you can see here the approved column is still visible. Let me go back to another user. So there I'll go to the sales order list and I will try to add one more item on this. So if you'll see here, I'll say create new item. Now you'll be able to, you should not see that approve and reject column. It's still available. Uh, Let me check the rule again. Let's just check the rule again. The the rule looks perfect. So it should hide. I'll check this and probably I'll tell you this thing. I probably will send you an email on this. And now what we'll do is we will see how we can use the print functionality. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll go to my SharePoint list. Any of the list you can go, and there is a print is available. So if I'll show you this thing, so anywhere if you'll try to print it, you might want to add the header and footer for the printing on the pages, and this is pretty easy to do implement this kind of things in your list form. And there also I'll show you how we can um, download as a PDF also. So you can go to any list. So let me go back to any of my list. So let's say I'll go to this sales order list, and from the list tab, if you'll see here, there is the print settings. You can directly go to the print settings. So in that print settings page, you can actually add the header and footer for the items. Okay, so what you can do is you can go here. You can see here header and footer. Click on this and you will be able to enable and disable. See, if you'll see you can see include header and footer, and these are the tokens which are available. So this way you will be able to add this, and if you'll see here there is printed by me, and when what is the date. So when you will do printed by me, it will take the current user. So you can just put, and then you can see there is a lot of available things over here. You can use this token. So whatever this thing are there, this token you can use, and you can see here in the middle I have added this address, and then you can see here the page number, everything is coming here. So now if you'll see this, so you'll be able to see that the printer is coming, or the printing will come in this. So let me just save it. So let me go to the cell order list. I'll quickly add one item and then we'll try to print one from there. So now let us say I will click on this add new item. So we'll quickly add one item. Let's say this is demo 123 and I'll put a address form here. I want to have a QuickCom Enterprise Edition. I want one. Price will be $6.99. So you can delete those rules which we don't require. Now click on save. Let's say I'll put this date. Click on save. Now we'll see how we'll print this item and how it will appearing. Okay. So if I'll choose this particular item, there's the item and you can see here print. So if we'll click on this print, we can easily see that there is a header footer will be there. So if you want to install that QuickCom one, you can do that. Let me just print once. There is a client app is required which you need to install it to print it. So now if you'll see here, now let me preview it. It's just taking some time. Now we can see. So it should appear. So now we can see here the page how it is appearing. So your in the header portion you can see, and in the footer portion you can see here the address and when who printed this and when or the what time they have printed it. So you will be able to see it, and you can click on this download button and then you can download it as a PDF version. So you can see here it is downloading as a PDF version, so you can easily download that as well. Okay, so this is how you can see the print option, and you can download as a PDF. Last thing in the last demo, what we are going to see is how we can use a cascading lookup. Okay, we will see how we can use a cascading lookup, as well as I'll show you how we can use this as a tab layout. So there is a product list. I have a product list, and you can see here this is the product list, and there are a couple of things on category and subcategory. So for this I have two lists are there. So this is my master list, category list. You can see here the product category, and there is a subcategory also, where you can see there are a lot of subcategories are there, and which is where is a lookup column as the product category. Now if I'll go to this product category, sorry, product list, and I'll try to add a new item, then you will see it will just show your product category and subcategory. So if you'll see here, I can see all category and subcategory. We'll see how we can make this as a lookup column, and then we'll see how we can use as a in that list. So go to the list and then QuickCom forms, and this time we'll choose a cascading lookup. So let it load. So you can see here, this is the cascading lookup. It is available on the professional edition. Click on that. And then if you'll see here, we need to add a couple of things here. So first thing is, if you'll see, I want to create a column, but I want to take the product category. So in the product category, which will be the target list, it is the product category list, and we are taking the title column. Okay, so we do not need to do much things over there. And what next we have to do is we have to choose now the product subcategory. So if I'll go to product subcategory, so what we have to do here is we'll have to set the target list as product subcategory. You can see here, and again we need to retrieve the title column because my product subcategory are on the names are available on the title column. And then now we have to do a filter settings. This is what we require, the filter things. So we will choose product category, and then what is the items where the product category. So both the things are same, we don't need to do anything here. Now click on apply, and then click on save. Let me just check again. Yeah, we have the settings for product category correct, and product subcategory. Yeah, it is correct only. So now let's save it. Now go back to the product list. So in the product list, if you'll see here, now I'll try to add a new item, and if you'll see here, if I'll choose a product category fashion products, you'll be able to see only the fashion products. If I'll choose glue or hardware tape, you'll be able to see only the hardware tape details. So this way you will be able to use lookup column, very easy to use. And then now I'll show you how we can make this as a tab format so that this form looks more interactive. So what we can do is we have already used that, but let's see once again for this list. You can go to quick come forms, and then I'll go to groups and products. So field groups and products, and here what I'll do is I will create two groups for that, and this time we wanted to show in the tab format. So if you'll see here, there's a tab format, and I'll add a new group. So I'll add the group name as, let's say, product details, and I will add the columns here. So I'll choose here the product name, and then I'll add one more column here. Pretty is simple to use, and then I can put the description, and I'll add the product category, and then I'll add the product subcategory, let's say on this. And what we'll do is we'll add one more tab on that. So we will say additional details, and in this we are going to show the other columns which are available for the product. Let's say case dimension. I will add the inner dimension. You can add number of columns in that. So the image, and let's say what's unit dimension, we can add like this. So now let's save it. So if we'll now see here, now this product will be having in tab format. So this will look little neat and clean in tab format. So if we'll say new item, you can see here product details. You are seeing all these columns which were related to product which we have added, and then you can see here in the additional details wherever the columns you have put, we can see it here. Okay, so this is about the demo. So this is really a very pretty cool product, and this is purely as a business user you can go and you can modify that. You do not need a technical knowledge. The rule is like a human readable format, so you can add kind of rules over there. And this is 100% SharePoint native. You do not feel that these forms are designed by using any of the tools. So it is a add-on which is available, and these are various licensing options are available in the standard version. You can see here you will be able to do a lot of things in the standard version also, but you have a pro edition and the enterprise edition also. So based on your licensing, you will be able to see all these options which are available. Okay, so this kind of customizations you will be able to do by using that whatever the license you have. So you can try, and these forms are really pretty cool uh, to uh, to use that. So you can have a trial version. They have a trial version which is purely all the functionality are available. Only thing is that is a trial version, but you can all check out all this functionality by using that trial version. So have a look at the form. You'll be able to um, you will be able to use these forms to design your custom list forms, very interactive forms. So thank you very much. And do you have any question? Yeah, we can take a couple of minutes for the questions.